If you're anything like me and you're on this PMP journey, you're likely putting the PMP up here. It's this big bad PMP. You hear all the things they say about it being the holy grail of project management. Not very many project managers actually have a PMP, so you getting it could do so much for you. Well, today I wanted to talk about taking that pressure off a little bit. This is what I did just to kind of calm all those thoughts down. So, one, you may just be giving it too much respect. At the end of the day, it's something else to learn. It's not bigger than you. You're likely a college graduate. You did that, you can do this. I think most courses are a 25 or 28-hour course. Look at what you did in school. You can knock this out. It's just something else to learn. Now, to get specific, what I think you should do is switch the perspective. Take it from the goal in your mind being pass the exam and become a PMP. Become a project manager. Specifically a project manager. Switch it from that to just a foundational skill set that you're adding to yourself. The foundational skill set of being able to manage projects, and that's it. Now, switching it to that perspective has benefits. One being you're able to accept and acknowledge certain milestones along the way. Because if you're only thinking about how good it'll be to become a project manager, pass this course and become a project manager, you're not going to give a whole lot of credit to passing the course and passing the exam. But let's stay on passing the course. Almost every day I see Andrew Ramdale like or comment on somebody's LinkedIn post about simply finishing the course or about to start the course. So they're doing that and having so much engagement and acknowledgement of just finishing the course, not even scheduling the exam yet. And you're over here like, oh, I gotta pass this course, gotta pass this exam, I gotta get a project manager role specifically. Switch the perspective and you're able to accept and acknowledge just passing the course. Now, passing the course is not nothing. If we're focused on this being a foundational skill set, I'm focused on the fact that I'm learning project management. Everybody else knows that too. So let's say you post about, I just finished Andrew Ramdale's course on, project management or whatever. Okay, whatever happens from there, does that mean the course that you took and you took in all that knowledge, does that mean it went somewhere? It just disappeared? Or let's say before you take the exam, you think if you talk to somebody and they're like, well, you haven't taken the exam, so the course that you took, that means nothing. No, passing that course means something. Now, that takes me to the next point. I just recently saw him post a video, about how he has 440,000 students. And if only 1% of those students fail the exam, that's still 4,400 students. That's a lot of students, and that's just 1%. Point is, somebody's going to fail it on the first try. You're going to get it even if you fail on the first try. But let's say that happens. You still have the knowledge of taking the exam, the course. It's just for whatever reason, you haven't passed the exam yet. So that will weigh on you more if you're only focused on passing the exam and becoming a project manager specifically. Now, even outside of the course having, or passing the course having so much, credit to it, the other reason why you shouldn't focus on becoming specifically a project manager and putting so much weight on the PMP is because it could lead to other possible outcomes outside of being a project manager. You may get a promotion in a role that you're already in, or you may get a raise in the role that you're already in, or you may get a new job that is not specifically a project manager, but it needs somebody that knows the concepts and knows the tools that you just learned and that they know because you just finish the course of the project management course of somebody like Andrew Ramdayal, or once you do pass the exam, you know that they know you know these things because you're a trained project manager, education wise. So it may be something that you don't really have in mind. So if you're thinking, I got to be a project manager, I got to pass this exam, PMP, project manager, you may overlook a possible role that just needs somebody that knows how to get stuff done, that's what project management is. They need somebody that knows how to manage a project. It may not be in a project manager role, but I mean, name one role that you don't need to get stuff done. Or it may not be one where you need to kind of control the project itself, but some roles does require that. So there are other possible outcomes that could come from it. So switch the perspective now to, this is a foundational skill set that I'm adding to myself, and not PMP, project manager. That takes the pressure off of you, so that way you can kind of maybe even take a little bit longer, or accept and acknowledge the milestones along the way. Project manager, the role, that may not be what God has in store for you. Maybe he has other plans for you. Maybe something even bigger and better than a project manager role. You don't know. But that is not to say that that can't happen too. You know, it's just, what if there's more? And if it's that, that's great. But let's take the pressure off in the meantime, so we're not so stressed out and, you know, anxiety ridden with the pressure of exam, PMP, project manager. Foundational skill set, learning how to just manage a project. And the last thing, you don't have to be a project manager to know how to manage a project. Look at it that way. Now, that's all I have for you today. Like the video if you like it. Good luck. It's nothing. If you have done other things like college and whatnot, you can do this. And again, like Joseph Phillips says, if other people have done it, if I have done it, you can do it too.